the building where the demon rises in Halloween. Whether it'll be there this Halloween, we do not know. But that's where they used to do Dr. Blood, right there in Fort Worth. There's rumors that the place is really haunted. I don't know for sure if it is. I think it's there. Nope, that's not there. I think it was back there. Oh well, somewhere back there. Oh, that's good.
She didn't get me, did you? Get back in here to get my roll.
Please subscribe show. YouTube Cole Spivey. Yeah, man.
I'll tell you something about Prescott. I'm just going to bring up Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman was a mean quarterback. When he picked up that ball, he made the decision, a management decision, to get it into the running back's hand or to the wide receiver. And that thing was on fire when he threw it. Go watch some old Troy Aikman shows. Well, they're not shows. They're basically shows. They're football games. That was not fake passing. That thing was flying at a high speed like Nolan Ryan style football. Never seen it in my life. Slow that football down. Look at all the stuff that Troy Aikman did as a quarterback. One of our greatest quarterbacks in the NFL. And if he wanted to go to the NFL, they went. I mean, if he wanted to go to the Super Bowl, they went to the Super Bowl. He made that decision himself. It's the quarterback. He's the guy with the ball. Okay. If he has the ball and Prescott has the ball and he wants to go, he'll get him there. He's got the team. But he's got to have like a Troy Aikman frame of mind. It's got to be spiritual, physical, mental when he's passing that ball. He's got to be a wild man, and he showed no mercy to anyone. Troy Aikman would knock those running backs over if they got in his way. And also the thing about Troy Aikman is if anyone came after him, he'd knock them down and then run the ball in. He showed no mercy as a quarterback. No mercy at all. He was like a Superman with the ball. Incredible speed. Okay, so we got to up the game. We got to want to go there. Full speed, no mercy. Mean. Think about being mean, right? Get that ball in their hands and knock them over, big time. All right, what's this guy's Dodge right here? I'm looking for this number. Looks like we started off this way. We're at 14-3. The Bengals are probably crying. We show them no mercy. We strike first and everything. Defense is important, but you want to be offense. That's what Aikman was. Troy Aikman was an offensive player, right? So he was offense. He would offend with that ball. By throwing that ball, the other team was offended by how fast that ball got to the wide receiver. That's what Troy Aikman was about. He threw with aggression, speed, and accuracy, made sure that ball landed in the wide receiver without any mercy at all, and that wide receiver better have caught it. If he didn't, then there was talk. That made national news if they dropped that ball. That's how important the Cowboys are. Look at the Cowboys in the 70s. Look how crazy that was. Look at it with Aikman. Look how strategic they were with Aikman. The late 80s going into maybe even the 90s. Check them out. Matlock Meadow. Matlock Meadow. You. Pretty good football team, but they smell. You can smell the Papa's Murphy. Well, no, I'm sorry. It's Papa John's. Papa John's is good. Papa Murphy's is way better. Maybe these OE people will figure it out. Could you keep the door shut for me, please? Thank you. Ryan decided to wait a little bit longer for the Cowboy update. They are leading right now and smearing Cincinnati Bengals. So Cincinnati Bengals are losing. And the time right now is 5:53 p.m. and September 18th of 2022. Cowboys are leading by 17. NFL Cowboys 17. And the Bengals, Cincinnati, are down. I think they have Prescott is hardworking quarterback, but Troy Aikman, they said, not only did he have a great throwing power, very fast ball that he could throw to the wide receiver in a matter of seconds, but his memory was like genius level. He had a great memory. He knew all the pass plays, everything, never forgot any of them ever. He always stuck to the pass plays. He always stuck to that like religion almost, and man, he could get that ball there immediately. We need that type of quarterback power. It's important to throw that lightning speed, pigskin football as quick as possible to the wide receiver. That 1/10 of a second makes all the difference in football. 1/10 of a second makes all the difference. The faster that thing zips in there into the wide receiver's hands, the more strategy and the more the NFL Cowboys can advance. So that 1/10 of a second will make all the difference in throwing that ball. What's in my lunch bag? It's an Igloo, and today we're dealing with a pear. Well, no, it's not a pear. Not a pear. It's a peach. I took a bite of it earlier. I don't see Adam the Woo doing a lot of vlogs of peaches, but if we go to Georgia and get some of the best peaches around. Right, we got it at Dollar General, so we're gonna do some Dollar General shopping. This order came from Dollar General. Pretty good store. I've been in there a few times. They got to do the Halloween section too. I did like a kind of a Pee Wee Herman-esque kind of version. Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure Dollar General thing. You know, where Pee Wee Herman goes in the store and finds all the toys. I used to cry over this chick. And I listened to the Grease album. The clerk looking for its lip balm. It's made by Vaseline. It's cocoa butter. So I have no idea. Did you say this aisle right here?
Well, there is some here.
I see it right here. In this area right here. This is the substitute one right there. They got lunch right here. Drop that one there. Only $3.25. All right, thank you. Yeah, you have a blessed one. $3.45 after tax lunch meat, Dollar General. And you get a lot of it too. Every church goer knows that children provide you a sense of legacy and the legacy. Meaning in your mind and in your heart and in your spirit, you know that you're going to go on and there'll be a future. Because that's a generation that you're speaking to when you speak to children. YouTube is the exact same. It's exactly the same. Because any child out there, whether mine or yours, can see this as a legacy. It's beyond flesh and blood. You can reach on the screen, you can try to touch, but it's something that you take with you rather than that you keep. It's something that you give rather than what you take. It's two things. It is a legacy that you create. It's you. It's me. Right there. That legacy is important. We're not going to be here for all of time. Not on this planet. It won't last. Nothing lasts forever. Not the planet. Some think maybe. But in heaven, we will last forever. And that's the true legacy. Because once you're there, there's no thieves that can break in and take your hoard. The things that you keep and hoard. Things that you want for just yourself. It's shared in heaven with the Messiah. Not your things, but heaven is a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual place. So you're not to have a big bank account. You're not to have millions and millions of dollars in your bank account. That's why I ask you for charitable donations. Because it's a form of tithing. You're giving from your heart to something that you feel faithful inside of you that you can give. And even if it's a little bit, it still counts. The PayPal will go to God's kingdom. Story. I asked to be the minister of MacArthur Boulevard Baptist Church in Irving. No one really said no. They just told me to read Timothy. Read Timothy 1 and Timothy 2. And I was like, I understand, okay. But I feel that ministering on YouTube and showing you the world around you is different than going up there with a mime, pantomime, and monologue, almost like an actor, because I can show you my journey as I go along. If you agree with that and you feel in your heart that I can minister to you, then you are able to tithe to me. There was a law a long, long time ago, during John Bunyan's time. It's called the 5-mile rule. And John Bunyan wrote Pilgrim's Progress because he broke that 5-mile rule and was detained. Now, he was free to go. He could come and go as he pleased. And the plague was around. So they allowed him to come and go as he pleased, to see his wife and family, but he still wrote Pilgrim's Progress. And that's a form of ministry. It's not all told cut and dry. Cut and dry. But it is told. Cut and dry was what I was trying to say, but it is told. And it is for ministry. And probably someone did tithe to John Bunyan. They helped him along the way, for sure. You feel in your heart that you want to help my ministry and my YouTube channel, the Please Subscribe show with Cole and Linda Spivey, then hit the PayPal and tithe. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's a charitable donation. It's completely a tax write-off. And it would completely 100% help our endeavor. Looking for this wing stop, which I have trouble with these guys. And I went through this parking lot. It says it's right here, or it said it was 0.5. But it pointed to like a neighborhood, you know, the mapping system. I wonder if we can recall it. So let's see. We can search it, maybe right here. Let's see if this would work. I don't know if this will cut it off or not. We can just maybe go restaurants. We'll just look restaurants right here. Let's see if we have a wing stop. Huh, it doesn't even show a wing stop. Isn't that interesting? Found it. It's right there. It's got another 2 minutes. I'm trying to follow this map right here. The only problem is it keeps taking me kind of like in a circle and stuff. So I'm trying to figure this out. But I don't know if it's going to give me any say-so on it. Meaning, I don't know. See, there it goes. It's just spinning. I call that spinning. So it kind of appears to be going in the right direction, but it wasn't going in the right direction. I'm talking about only sight. You can look at that one too to keep from spinning. This is called spinning. So what happens is your navigator will kind of like begin to spin. So it causes you to kind of like go, oh cool, look at this. Nice little mural. I'm gonna follow it to the queue. I usually don't report these things unless I start going, what I say, going in a circle. And then I'm like, well, let's make a vlog out of it and see what happens. And that usually gets me on the right track. There are reasons I do this kind of stuff too. But I'm trying to figure out exactly where Wingstop is off of Matlock Road. And I'm trying to figure out why my navigator is actually spinning. Right now, you can obviously see it says turn right. So that is like the first thing you should look at so it doesn't spin, because your navigator sometimes will spin in the GPS. It'll actually turn sometimes. I can recenter it by hitting this button right here. Then I can hit go right here and recenter. But that takes time, so sometimes I'll look at that in the corner and I'll go that way. And you know, you've got enough to deal with as it is. So that's what I was following. The only difference is I think I turned right here, and there it is right there. See it? There's a tree in front of it, so you couldn't see it before. See? Right there. And that's why I was spinning. No more spins. Well, at least I start spinning again. Spinning. There we are. There's a tree right in front of it.